Well, good morning, everybody. This is Officer Friendly here, and I'm here to introduce StoryTime. I just want to come by and make sure that everybody's sitting down. Sit down, sit down. We're ready for StoryTime. And I always want to make sure that everybody is safe because I'm a police officer. My job as a police officer is to protect all the children. So make sure everybody is sitting down safely and ready for story time. And now I want to introduce Teacher Ray. Hey, how you doing? Whoa! Oh, I'm sorry, did I scare you? I didn't know he was sitting there. I'm sorry about that. I was just kind of off camera there waiting for you to introduce me. Oh, okay. Well, I gotta go protect people, so I'll be seeing you. Wait, you're not gonna stay for the story? Isn't it for kids? Well, I think it's for everybody, actually. This story here helps me too because it's kind of about me. Really? Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll sit here and listen too. That way I'll make sure everybody's safe. That would be great. See you guys. Anyway, hey guys, how you doing? I am Teacher Ray and I'm here to read a story. It's kind of a good story too. I like it because it's a story about somebody who keeps, hi everybody. Oh, how you doing there, Elmo Jr.? How are you? Elmo Jr., you're in the way. People can't see. I'm not Elmo Jr. I'm little Elmo. That's right. I forgot. So, how are you? Oh, I do pretty good. Okay, well, why don't you sit down because you just interrupted us. Oh, sorry. There we go. Yeah, have a seat because the story is actually about something that we all do. I think we all do this. I know I do. I have a problem with this. And the story today is about my mouth is a volcano. It's about excuse me. Could you maybe sit down? Now? Okay, thank you. Anyway, my mouth is a volcano. I heard this book just a couple days ago. My grandson Brennan was reading it, and oh my goodness, it reminded me of me. So I wanted to read it to you guys. Are you ready to read? Is everybody quiet? Okay, let's read. My name is Louis. People say I erupt a lot. I don't think I do. I have a lot to say, and all my words are very important to me. Oh, the little puppy dog. Okay, there's a cow out there. Can everybody see the cow? On the count of 3, I want everybody to really loudly, I want you all to go, moo, so all your parents can hear. Ready? Count of 3, go moo. 1, 2, 3, moo. I hope you all did it, because that would be really funny. Mom's in the kitchen. What in the world is going on in that room? When other people talk, words just pop into my head. Then they slide down onto my tongue. Uh-oh. Looks like he's about ready to erupt while these people are talking. My tummy starts to rumble, and then it starts to grumble. Maybe he's hungry. I don't think so. Those are words in his belly. My words begin to wiggle, and then they do the jiggle. My tongue pushes all my important words up against my teeth. And then, I erupt. Words just explode out of my mouth. My mouth is a volcano. Look at that, he's yelling, hey guys, guess what? He just interrupted their conversation. In class, my teacher says that when we want to say something, we're supposed to look at her, raise our hand, and wait till she calls on us. I tried that. After I waited patiently for what seemed like 62 years, it was probably 3 seconds. 62 years, my important words slid down from my head onto my tongue. My tummy started to grumble, and then it started... This is a theme. Be ready to see what happens. My tummy started to rumble, and then it started to grumble. My words began to wiggle, and then they did the jiggle. My tongue pushed all my important words into my mouth, and my volcano erupted! Teacher, I think we should have recess all day long. Oh, I'm hungry too. Can we go to lunch now? Oh, that was rude. The teacher was talking, and he didn't wait till the teacher called on him, and he just started yelling out words out of his mouth. I wonder what the teacher did. Let's find out. My teacher was less than pleased. She erupted me right back. I know what you are saying is very important to you, Louis, she said. But since it is not an emergency, you'll have to wait until I call on you. It was my volcano's fault, Louis said. At daycare, we were sitting on the rug, listening to Miss Polly read us a story about planting trees. All of a sudden, I thought about the time my grandpa and I planted 6 trees in his front yard. Uh-oh, he's thinking about something. What's going to happen? My important words slid down from my head onto my tongue. My tummy started to rumble, and then it started to grumble. My words began to wiggle, and then they did the jiggle. My tongue pushed all my important words into my teeth, and my volcano erupted. Hey guys, once I planted zillions of trees with my grandpa. Oh, he interrupted. Uh-oh. I got a timeout for that. It was my volcano's fault. During dinner, Mom and Dad were talking about paying the bills. Then I thought about my friend Bill. Bill can blow a bubble inside of a bubble when he chews 2 pieces of bubble gum. Now that is really important. My important words about Bill slid down from my head onto my tongue. What do you think is going to happen? My tummy, oh no, my tummy started to grumble. And then it started to grumble. My words began to wiggle. And when they did the jiggle, my tongue pushed all of my very important words into my teeth and my volcano erupted. Hey Ma, Bill can blow bubbles in a bubble with his gum. It is really cool. Uh-oh, he interrupted. Louis, my mom said, you interrupted again. If somebody else is talking and you don't have an emergency, you have to wait for your turn. But Mom, my words, they slid down from my head onto my tongue, and then my tummy starts to rumble. Louis, you did it again. Mommy was talking to Louis, and Louis just interrupted again. Oh, he can't stop interrupting, can he? Do you think he's going to get disciplined? I got sent to my room. She said I was rude. Wow, he had to go to his room. It was my volcano's fault. Wow, he has a long way to go to his room. Do you think it was his volcano's fault? Do you think he could ever control it? I don't know. The next day at school was my very important day. I had been waiting for about 126 weeks to be the student star of my class. This was my special moment. I got to share a poster with my class that had pictures of all my favorite things. Oh, look at that. He gets to be the student star. I stood in front of my class and began to tell them about the time I went fishing. Ooh, how many of you like to go fishing? Anybody? Anybody? How about you Montana people? You guys like to go fishing? Idaho people? Anybody? Anybody? Riverside people? Not so much. But everybody else that goes up there and goes fishing, oh, I haven't gone fishing for a long time. Maybe you could send me an invite. Take me fishing? I had to get my cool fishing hat that my dad used to wear. I'll be right there. So Lewis is in front of the class talking about the time that he went fishing. Halfway through my story, Richard started to tell everybody about when he went deep sea fishing in Mexico. His story must have been better than mine because everyone started to look at him. He was stealing my important words. Oh, he interrupted Lewis. Look, everybody's listening. Richard, said my teacher, you just interrupted Lewis. Please wait until he is finished talking, and then he might call on you. Oh, he doesn't look very happy, does he? I couldn't believe how rude that was of Richard. He interrupted me. That really made me angry. Oh, something tells me he's feeling it. The same thing that everybody else feels when he interrupts. After talking about my fishing trip, I started to explain the x-ray of my broken arm. Just as I was getting to the good part, Courtney started to tell the class about when she broke her leg. Oh, Courtney. Courtney just interrupted Lewis. Courtney, said my teacher, you just interrupted Lewis. Please wait until he is finished talking, and then he might call on you. I couldn't believe how rude that was of Courtney. She started talking right during my 15 minutes of fame. She ruined my important words. She almost stole my moment. Oh, sounds familiar. When I got home, I told my mommy about rude Richard and rude Courtney. Now you know how we feel when you interrupt us, said my mom. Huh, I never thought about that. Maybe you should have. I just get so excited and my words, they just pop into my head. And then they slide down onto my tongue. My tummy starts to rumble and then it starts to grumble. My words begin to wiggle and then they do the jiggle. Then my tongue pushes all of my important words up against my teeth and I erupt. Kaboom! Words just explode out of my mouth. My mouth is a volcano. Huh. Maybe Richard and Courtney have volcanoes in their mouths too, my mom said. I never thought about that. Then Mom said, well, son, the next time your important words are pushed into your teeth by your tongue, bite down hard and don't let them out. Then take a deep breath and push your words out through your nose. Then when it is your turn to talk, take a deep breath and breathe them back into your mouth. Will that work? Only if you make it work, said Mom. Ooh, you think that's going to work? I don't know how that will work. Let's find out. That night at the dinner table, my sister Sylvia was in the middle of one of her long girl stories. When my important words began to slide down from my head and my volcano started to do its thing, just as my tongue started to push my words out through my teeth, I bit down really, really hard. Then I breathed my words out through my nose. As soon as my sister finished talking, I took a deep breath and back in went the words. I was amazed that they had just hung around outside my mouth and didn't float away. Then I told my story and nobody got mad at me for erupting. After that, I never erupted again. Well, except for the time Bill's bubblegum got stuck in my hair. But that was a real emergency. The end. Isn't that a great story? How many of you interrupt and erupt and go crazy? Well, you know what? I do that sometimes too. Let's pray that we never do it again. Dear Jesus, help us not to erupt, and Jesus, help us to be quiet and listen to you when you speak to us. Amen. That's all the time we have.